We're going to talk individually about the different forms of social media that you can utilize, and one of the most important to your pursuit of sources and information is going to be Facebook. I'm not sure how committed you are to Facebook right now. I know that people go back and forth with it, but if you start to look at it as a tool to do journalistic work, you're going to realize that it's absolutely invaluable to you. This quote comes from the director of socialmedia.biz, and he's a former editor of the Sacramento Bee, and he said, journalists should be using Facebook as a tool to unearth timely conversations around their topic or local community. And that's really what Facebook is best for, is being able to immerse yourself in communities, to get in touch with sources, to really feel out sources in a way that you just didn't have access to before. The reason that we use it, there's 900 million reasons why you use it. That's about how many subscribers there are. The number changes. But it is the world's largest social networking site. And basically what it's giving you is the chance to get in touch with a community who can relate to your source, to generate leads for stories, to promote your stories, and to find sources for your stories. We've seen the rise in Facebook in terms of utilizing it for constructive purposes. I mean, through things like the Arab Spring. But for you, we need for you to think about how you can find leads and sources. And really, you can even start to develop questions as you're looking at what people are talking about, what topics are kind of bubbling to the social media surface. I'm follow a group that's called the Clintonville Block Watch, and they're posting frequent stories about different crimes that people are reporting throughout Clintonville. Now, that stuff doesn't make the newspaper for the most part. If it does, it's just in the crime log. It doesn't really look the same. But when you get a sense of what people's feelings are about their neighborhood or about circumstances that are taking place in their neighborhood, now you can reach out and you could look at enterprising a story about the crime situation in Clintonville and what residents feel about it. And you have sources that are built in because these are the people that are talking about it. You direct message them on Facebook, and pretty soon your story starts to come together with really a limited amount of research and work. Now, one of the key tools that I want you to start to work with is called the graph search, which Facebook instituted fairly recently. And what it allows you, it used to be on Facebook, all you could do was search for people by name, or you could search for a group by name. But now you can actually do searches of people who do specific things. So whatever someone puts on their profile, you could put, Ohio State students who like wine, or Ohio State students who root for Michigan, or whatever you're looking for, you can type that into the search bar on Facebook and it will find people who fit that criteria for you. The other thing that Facebook instituted before the graph search is called subscriptions. And this actually came out directly after Google Plus was released. It's something similar to what Google Plus does, and we'll talk about that in another section. But it allows you to subscribe to people's posts without becoming friends with them. So, for example, if there's someone that you admire, a celebrity who's on Facebook, or I follow a lot of media people, I may not be friends with them, but I can subscribe to their posts, and so their public posts I get access to the same way I would anyone else, any other of my friends who are posting on Facebook. And you have the option now of posting just to your friends and your acquaintances, and to these people who subscribe to you. So this ability to follow people, you can still message these people through Facebook as you would if you were their friends. You can send them the direct messages, and you now have access to things that you didn't before. Basically, Facebook, as you know, is a question of follow the leader. So we want to make sure that you follow people who are worthwhile to you, and that can certainly be your friends. But start looking at your community leaders, your state representatives, the mayor, people who are important in your community. You want to make sure that you start posting things that other people will want to follow as subscribers, or if you want them to be your friends, that's fine too. But you have to start thinking about Facebook as a tool and not just something for you to post whatever you're thinking and feeling. If you're going to use it professionally, start to cultivate it as a professional tool with a more professional picture. You kind of commingle your personal things to show some personality and promote your work. If you have a story coming out you're especially proud of, let people know about it. While you're working on a story, you can reach out to people and let them know. So you kind of share and give back instead of just taking from people. Another page I'd like you to check out is Facebook and Journalists. It's actually a Facebook page run by Facebook employees, but the goal is that it provides one-stop shopping for all the Facebook resources that journalists can use. It's also a community of journalists who are on Facebook, and it gives out a lot of information about the resources and the best practices that you can use for journalists on Facebook.